Hey everyone, it's Lynxie, and welcome to Romancin Dudes. So February, like I said, is one of my favorite months. I'm sorry that I haven't been recording lately. If you follow me on Twitter, you know why. But I wanted to keep it lighthearted. I did want to, follow through with what I was saying about February, and I just wanted to go ahead and go with it. So what I did was I downloaded a bunch of silly dating sims. Some of them are on the humorous side, like Romancin Dudes, or some of them are very, very, very serious. And so I was like, okay, well, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully you guys will like it. If not, I'm so sorry, but this is kind of just what I wanted to provide this month. Now, I can make it not exclusive to this month, we'll see. What else is there? As you can tell, I'm kind of sick, getting there. That happens a lot, so no worries. Just a cold, I think. Obviously, Warrior Cats and the Niche series will still continue. It's not just going to be dating sims this month, I promise that. Those two will probably continue going on, maybe a little bit of Stardew Valley as well, since that does have a romancing aspect. But yeah, we'll see. So let's start. Let me see. What can I say about this game really fast? This is a very satirical game, so there's a lot of meta humor in it, and I believe it's coming out in this March? Yeah, this year in March, I believe. I have to go check on their Tumblr and see where they are at the update. I'm not sure if they ever had a Kickstarter for it or anything. If they did, I will also link that below. So make sure you guys at least go check it out, because I think that this game will be super fun. I'm sorry, you're just not edgy enough for me. Those are the words I hear as I get rejected for the 28th time this year. This one's name was... well, it's not that important. All you need to know is that he's the edgiest guy at school. Like, someone please get me some sandpaper so I can dull this boy down kind of edge. As I watch him walk out of the courtyard and leave school, obviously school is just a societal construct, and he'll have no part in that, I mentally cross him off my list of potential matches. My growing tally of failed conquests is beginning to give my self-esteem a beating. The Genki? What is Genki? The Genki guy, the emo guy. I've even taken a shot at the Shota as a last-ditch effort before prom. Just last week, I was rejected for not being athletic enough, not being hipster enough, and most memorably of all, not being Yuri sexy kawaii enough. Alright. But I haven't lost hope. There are still a few more guys that I can think of that I haven't tried yet, so I'm not about to give up yet. I was created to be the main character of an Otome. That's a bad word. And I'll be dimmadanged if I don't play out that role. I hastily make my way back to homeroom. So, I guess there is language here. I will try to censor that. Even if class has already started, the teacher shouldn't be too surprised. Since I'm the main character, I'm pretty much always late for school. As I sit down in my chair, I take out my folder of pursuable guys and start flipping through the files. Whoa, that's a little creepy. Oh, most of them have been X'd out, the stinging proof of many bitter defeats. Not like I'm discouraged or anything. I'm sure even Genghis Khan had some failed conquests. At least I think so anyway. History has never been my forte. It used to be mine. Stacia. I can tell by that face you got dumped again. This is Stacia ex machina. My best friend. She shows up every once in a while when it has relevance to the plot. Oh yes, our protagonist's name is Bobka. So, there we go. I wasn't dumped. To be dumped, I'd have to have been picked up first. True. A solid argument, but not one that I particularly like using. Sigh. Who was it this time? I forget his name, but if he were a superhero, he'd be called Anti-Establishment Man. Oh my god, really? You asked that guy out? The guy who tried to run for town mayor last year just so he could have a soapbox to promote anarchy? Yep, that's the one. The guy who drew a teardrop on his face and pretended it was a tattoo for 6 months before he accidentally washed it off? That's him. The guy that... Okay, I get it. Do you really, though? The last guy you asked out wasn't much better. Let's not talk about him. Even I regret going for that one. I'm just saying, Bobka, you don't really exactly have a good record when it comes to choosing guys. You don't have to chase after anyone with a pretty face and a pulse. Don't you have standards? A type? My type is anyone who likes me. Duh. That's a type, I guess. Sigh. You have to stop trying so hard. Hasn't anyone told you that love will find you when you least expect it? That's bullcrap that hot people say it as they watch people throw themselves at their feet. I'm sure it's real easy to think that way when all you had to do is pick a name out of a hat and instantly have your one true love. Well, you know, I just realized they are the exact same person, just at a different stance and different hair and eyes and clothes. But other than that, they are literally the same. Alright. If plebs like you and I want love, we gotta chase after it with every inch of our being. Oh my gosh, she dragged her friend in that? There's seriously no winning with you, is there? I don't think you could call confessing to random strangers love. Someday somebody will love you for who you are, I promise. So just take it easy, will ya? Yeah, that's great and all, but I can't take that risk. We're so close to graduating. What if high school ends and I still don't have a boyfriend? My life might as well be over. Miss Teacher. And to the two squabbling in the back of the room, I would ask if they could kindly shut up, please. Our teacher smiles at us, but her words have poison in them. I face forward again and pretend to pay attention. I transferred to school... What? What? Oh my god. I transferred to school when the development team for the stupid Otome game that I was originally cast in, which I can't name due to the terms of my release contract, decided that I was too stereotypical for them. Too stereotypical my butt. I hope they lose funding and all get into freak yachting accidents. Anyway, everyone at school is here because of similar reasons, like that edgy guy I propositioned earlier. His tragic backstory was so cliche it could have been a 20-year-old fanfiction writer's wet dream. Oh. Even though I may have been kicked from my project, I'm not about to give up. With some people, they just know what they are meant to be. Like those professional dancers on TV who are like, yeah, I've been dancing better than you since I was in my mother's womb. I just knew I was destined to be a dancer. Well, that's me as an Otome game heroine. I don't need some corporate suits telling me who I can or can't be. I'll show them all up. Just watch. Ooh, I barely even notice when the bell rings to go to our next class. Stacia smacks me, not very gently, over the head with her textbook, and I scramble to pack up and leave. I look up at the board to see that it's filled with calculations that might as well be encrypted hieroglyphs if it wasn't... be encrypted hieroglyphs for all I knew. I'll have to ask Stacia for this week's notes again. Of course. I'm the last one out. Before I make it out the door, Miss Teacher calls out to me. Bobka, I want you to know that just because you have main character privileges doesn't mean you can doze through my class. Even if your life is spiraling out of control, that's no excuse for not paying attention in school. If this behavior continues, well, who knows? Terrible things happen to good people all the time, you understand? She beams at me. I see my life. I see my life flash before my eyes. Yes, I'm really, really sorry. Really. Hopefully the more reallys I add, the more convincing I sound. I truly do hope so, for your own sake. You can leave now. Maybe it's the trauma from being targeted by Miss Teacher, possibly a bad disguise Satan, but by the time I stumble into the hallway, I've completely forgotten what my next classes are. All I can see in my mind is Miss Teacher's terrifyingly sweet smile. I guess it's also a testament to how little I care about school when I can't even get to my second class of the day without a schedule. Oh well, all school is to me is a convenient gathering place for potential partners anyway. I walk through the halls with the rest of the students, hoping that I'll somehow remember where I'm going through muscle memory. It doesn't work out. Soon the halls will clear out and I'll be wandering around by myself. Then the hall monitors might catch me and toss me out into the moat filled with hungry alligators. What? Wait, do we even have hall monitors at this school? Whatever. I might as well go to the office and see if they can pull up a copy of my schedule or something. The office is weirdly silent when I walk in. Usually there are some nice secretaries that can help me out, but only empty desks are there to greet me. Except, I see a figure in the back room, and I walk towards it. When I get close enough, I can make out that it's a guy that looks around my age. My posture instantly improves by 200%, and I hurriedly fix my hair to look at least somewhat presentable to a possible suitor. Let's knock on the nice secretaries, but this is so much better. I make my way closer in order to answer the most pressing question. Is he hot, though? I peer around the door frame. I can't really see his face since he's busy writing something down. I knock lightly on the already open door to try to get his attention. Yeah, he hot though. He looks up at me. I stare. The answer to my question is yes. I struggle to get words out of my mouth. He just looks at me, seemingly waiting. Yeah. I swallow. Hi. Smooth. All that he responds with is silence. Isn't there anyone here? They're at a meeting. He sounds thoroughly unamused. Even so, I can appreciate the sound of his voice. Let's just say if he released an album of himself reading the dictionary, I'd buy 5 copies and the deluxe edition. Dang, that is pretty smooth. He goes back to writing whatever he was in the middle of doing before I interrupted him. Oh. I look around awkwardly. Come on, Bobka, you can save the situation. Well, what's your name? So I can add it to my reference list. This just seems to annoy him. Look, if you have something important to say, then say it. Don't waste my time with small talk. Well, that was pretty rude, or I just wanted to know your name. You see, now if this was literally me, I'd be like, well, that's kind of a jerk move, don't you think? I just wanted to know who you were. Psh, jeez. But she is pretty creepy, so I don't really know. I really don't know why you're so insistent about this. It's Case. Wait a minute. You're the Case? He's so famous, but I've never actually seen him in person. I should have recognized him, though. There had been posters of his face everywhere during election week. Elections? Like, literally everywhere. Inside people's lockers, replacing the flag on the flagpole. I've heard guys complaining how awkward it was having his face stare at them from above the urinals. That's me. And I'm assuming that you've somehow forgotten your schedule, even though we're already in the last quarter of school. Maybe. So what? You've never made a stupid mistake? I'd ask that, but I'm scared that the answer will be no. Sadly for you, I'm too busy to deal with these kinds of problems, nor do I particularly want to deal with yours. Wait at the front of the office where you're supposed to. The meeting should be over in a few minutes, and I'm sure someone like you wouldn't mind having an excuse to be late to your next class. I want to argue, but he's not exactly wrong. I sit awkwardly in the chairs at the front of the office, but no secretary comes. This bell rings, and I look back and see Case is still writing, not acknowledging my exit at all. Dang it. I feel like I've been ruthlessly abandoned by the public education system. I'm back in the halls with the sea of students, all looking like they'd rather be anywhere than here. Since I'm completely lost at this point, I need to find somewhere I can seek refuge for the time being. The cafeteria is completely empty right now. If I went in there, I'd be kicked out immediately. And my possibly non-existent parents might even be notified. Non-existent. Oh my god. Hiding in a bathroom stall for the rest of the day sounds extremely uncomfortable. I guess the school roof is as good as any place. Yeah, that's where dreams happen, don't you know? It's way too cold outside. What happened to warm spring days? I make my way over to the edge and look down onto the courtyard below. The few people walking around below look like ants from this height. Getting rejected, being threatened by a teacher, losing my schedule, today is shaping up to be a pretty terrible day. You won't die. I turn around and see a guy sitting by himself in the corner of the rooftop. Hey! He's watching apathetically. What? I'm saying if you jump from there, you're not gonna die. Oh my gosh! Maybe you'd break a couple bones or something, but that's it. Okay. I wasn't planning on jumping. Oh, well, never mind. That's no fun. If you're not jumping, can you just leave? Why would you think I was about to jump? It's usually the only reason people think to come up here. It gets kind of old. Who are you? Why do you want to know? No reason. He squints at me a little. Wait, aren't you that weird chick that asked out all of the upperclassmen in freshman year? No. I absolutely am that chick. He leans in closer, and I can more clearly make out the details of his face. Like the Band-Aid. Not bad at all. 10 out of 10. Would romance. You are, aren't you? I heard you wear that stupid outfit every day. What school uniform even is that? Oh, this? I got it online. What? Are you... What? Are you role-playing or something? I sniff, feeling important. No. It's what I'm supposed to wear. I'm the main character of an Otome. A what? An Otome. What the heck is an Otome? It's... Never mind. It's got nothing to do with you, except it has everything to do with you. Yet. What was that? Nothing. Weirdo. How about we start this meeting over? My name's Bobka. What's yours? If I tell you, will you stop talking to me? Maybe. Roy. Now kindly get the heck off my roof. I'm pretty sure this roof belongs to the school. Okay. Nah, I'm gonna piss him off. Shut up. I've had this place to myself for the entire year until you had to come up and ruin it. That's like a 5-year-old's logic. Logical enough for me to use it to get you out of my face. That doesn't even... Roy dramatically puts his earphones and starts humming loudly. He's probably not even listening to anything. I hear the bell ring and I shoot him a dark look. I'm not leaving because you told me to. Yeah, whatever. Well, 2 potential suitors. I make it through the rest of the day without any other uncomfortable situations. I sneak out of school, making sure not to get caught by any of the teachers I was supposed to have classes with. It's not like this is the first time I've skipped, but even I can feel some shreds of guilt. I never... Did any of you ever skip school? I never did. Well, okay, I never really went to school all the time, though. That's different, though, you see. I arrive home and fumble around for my key. Crap. I put my bag down on the front porch and search through it frantically, hoping that somehow it'll pop out of nowhere. My on and off parents don't get back home from work until late, and I'd rather not have to sit around like a burglar scouting out my own house. I left my phone in my room to charge this morning too. Ugh. I seem to recall something about my mom saying that our neighbor having a spare key. I totally might just be making that up out of desperation, but it's at least worth a shot. Oh, is this the, is this the neighbor best friend thing? I scuttle over to the neighbor's house and ring the doorbell. I don't remember the last time I've been over here. I'm not even sure who lives here anymore. Let me guess, he used to be young and you used to be friends and then you're not. I vaguely remember getting a Christmas card from them a few years back. It had a little plane drawn on it and it had been signed. God, what had the name been? After about 5 minutes, the door cracks open. I see an eye peering from behind it, looking me over. There's a pause, and then the door opens. Yup. A boy appears. He looks like he just rolled out of bed after a decade-long nap. That sounds amazing, honestly. Hi, do you live here? The boy just stares at me like I'm the strangest thing he's ever seen. To be fair, I guess it was a pretty dumb question. Sorry, I laugh awkwardly. I actually got locked out of my house. Do you happen to know if you have a spare key? I don't know why, but I think I remember my mom saying. Suddenly, he steps back and retreats into his house, shutting the door firmly behind him. What? Then I hear his muffled voice from behind the door. I'm sorry, it appears that there is nobody home at this time to help you. Please try somewhere else. Where is elsewhere? What is he, a customer service operator? Did the neighbor I didn't even know existed hate me for some reason? Maybe I accidentally killed his cat when I was sleeping? Look, I'm kind of stuck here, and I really don't want to have to wait outside until like midnight when my parents get back. Could I come into your house? Could I come in to use your phone at least? Uh-oh, Did the game freeze? Oh, there we go. The door opens again. There's an old proverb that says, if you let a strange girl into your house, you will be cursed for 20 lifetimes. You clearly just made that up. He doesn't seem fazed. Please hold. He retreats back into the house. Huh. Boop. I'm kind of curious now. I sneakily look inside. Hanging on the wall by the door is a very aged-looking birthday card. It looks really familiar, which is weird because it's hand-drawn. I reach out and open it. To Leo, happy birthday. Remember to eat and grow fat so you can be baked into the world's yummiest kid pie. Wow, what a morbid card. Sincerely Bobka? I hear the sound of footsteps. Oops. A boy returns with an extremely old-fashioned dial phone. The attached cable runs all the way back for what seems like miles. Thanks! But first, Rumpelstiltskin. What? What is my name? The name on the card was probably his, right? Is it Leo? Leo looks surprised, but pleased. Aw, he's kinda cute. Correct. I will now present this phone to you as an offering of peace. So I was right, he's the he's the neighbor, old friend stereotype. Okay, I see how it is. It sounds like it should be a joke, but from his tone of voice, he seems extremely genuine. Thanks. I take the phone off his hands. He watches me with a vaguely interested expression while I struggle to remember my mom's number. She picks up on the first ring. Yeah, hi Mom, I'm locked out. Where's the spare key again? No, probably not. What? What do you mean you're not gonna tell me? That's wait, Mom? I stare at the phone flabbergasted and then at my neighbor who's still watching me. She hung up on me. Leo laughs. Oh, look at the little tongue. Dude, that's not funny. She threw a hissy fit when I said she probably wasn't important. What? She threw a hissy fit when I said she probably wasn't important enough to make an actual appearance in the game and then refused to tell me where the spare key is. What the heck? Like mother, like daughter. More like. What did you just say? Is this what you're looking for? He reaches into his collar and pulls out a key that he's been wearing around his neck. How? You had it all along? His smile grew, not even a sign of guilt there. It appears so, doesn't it? Can I have it? Maybe. This is infuriating. Look, I just want the key to my own house, which you have for some godforsaken reason. Is that too much to ask? Maybe. I glare at him. Judging from his expression, he doesn't seem to be doing it to annoy me, though. He looks like he has some real reservations over handing off the key. Okay, how about I borrow it for like 2 minutes to just unlock the door to my house, and then I can run over here and give it back right away. He ponders for a minute and then nods. Tentatively, he drops the key into my outstretched hand. I'll be right back, I swear. And then she forgets all again. I jog over to my place and let myself in. I check my room to make sure that my house key and phone are still there, and then make my way back over to the house next door. The door is closed again. On the ground there is an envelope and a post-it note that reads, "Please place key inside envelope and drop through doggy flap. Thank you and have a nice life." What a weird kid. Back in my room, I can finally relax. Oh, look at this music. Okay. I definitely need a second to recoup after today. Let's see. I met 3 above-average boys today, which can only mean that the hundreds of pennies I've thrown into wishing wells are finally starting to show results. It's about time. But now there's so much planning to do. What's my plan of attack? Who am I going to go after? What should I say the next time I meet him? I'm so excited I can barely sleep. What? You're gonna sleep? Okay. Alright. Let's see. The next morning, I get ready at light speed and run to school, feeling motivated after yesterday's fresh rejection. Alright, she's a trooper. But I think we're already at 20 minutes or so. So I'm sorry that I'll have to end it there, guys. I really hope that you like this. I'm gonna continue playing it. This is still the demo, obviously. And yeah, so we'll see, you know, where Bobka goes with this. I'm very excited. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Bye!